Any thoughts on Vivian James?
Iconic design, brilliant, loved it.
What was your favorite moment during GamerGate?
I think it's got to be that SPJ moment when they said, yeah, that's a breach of journalistic ethics.
If you could have changed one thing about GamerGate, what would it be?
I'm trying to remember I can only remember calling her Drunky McGee, but that one games journalist. Do you remember who it was? Constantly being accused of being an alcoholic.
Leigh Alexander.
Yes. I would physically stop her from going to the Guardian newspaper because she completely poisoned the well. If she hadn't interfered, then we might have gotten a fair shake from a British broadsheet newspaper.
You think you changed that? You changed the entire narrative?
A lot of it, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, she was also quite heavily involved in the Game as a Dead articles.
She wrote one of them.
Yeah. And she may have been kind of one of the ringleaders of that. So,
well, when you say stop them, do you mean physical violence?
No, I just mean a twist of fate somehow, something that would stop her doing it, or something that would stop the Guardian from being so stupid as to go to one of the people being accused, and going completely with their side of the story.
The journalist in me had to ask. Okay, I can't just leave that floating there. Okay.
If by some twist of fate, the number 73 bus swerved onto the pavement and crushed her against the wall, I probably wouldn't cry.
Oh, come on, dude. Now you're doing fuck. You can't discern tone in the book, so people aren't going to know that you're kidding. You know this, right? I mean, I could put in parenthesis.
You could put parenthesis sarcastically.
It doesn't translate
pressed.
well to text. But okay. I assume you were joking.
Of course I was joking.
Okay. All right. What would you have done? What would you personally have done differently during GamerGate?
I don't know. Realized I was arguing with a bot like maybe 2 tweets earlier instead of the grand total of 3 tweets that it actually was. Well, you know how it was. We were arguing with like 20 people at the same time.
There were a lot of bots.
There were a lot of bots. We were arguing with 20 odd people at a time, many of whom didn't have the best command of the English language. So it could be hard to tell. What kind of asshole creates a bot to just spam trash into the GamerGate hashtag anyway? Oh, Randi Harper. That's the kind of asshole.
Dude, I don't know. Was it her? Was it? Oh wait, did she talk?
It was her.
But I don't think it was just her. There were so many fucking bots. There's probably tons of people who did it.
There were.
Also, allegedly Randi Harper. I don't know the story.
No, it was her. She admitted it.
Bring me a source and I'll bring me a source. But I still have to put allegedly.
Me to...
No, not now, not now. But like 2 days, like text me tomorrow or whatever.
I don't think the tweets exist anymore because my old account got banned. So
you know how we were. There's probably like 30 archives floating around.
Probably. But yeah, that was it. Apparently this was a big deal and very funny to everybody that in the midst of masses of other arguments, I had exchanged 3 or 4 tweets with a bot, one of which was a bot. So
I've got 5 questions I want to do, but I told you I'd skip some. I've only skipped.
Well,
I probably skipped like 10 total, probably altogether, or 15 maybe. But
if you got 5, 5's fine. Okay, let's go through them.
let's say it's 10 years from now, and an online movement is looking to GamerGate, VLM, Occupy Wall Street for guidance for their movement. What advice do you have for them?
Don't, because the system adapts to these kinds of protests, and whatever tactics we used in the past will be no good anymore. You need to think of something new.
Was GamerGate successful in your eyes?
It was a mixed bag. I think we drove a lot of positive change. Some sites began actually enforcing their ethics rules. We raised a lot of money for charity. We created networks that produced games and amazing fun content and all kinds of other cool stuff. We helped kill Gorka, but that was mostly Hulk Hogan. But they did say that we cost them a lot of money. I think overall we did a lot of positive good, but nobody will ever acknowledge it or admit they were wrong about us. So we'll just have to live with it.
Maybe the historians.
Maybe.
What have you personally learned from GamerGate?
Who my friends are.
What do you think of this interview project?
I think your book is going to be the size of 10 telephone directories, given the length of these interviews.
Some of them have gone.
But
one has gone 6 hours so far.
More seriously, I welcome it. I think it's important, and I think it's important to revisit it after all this time. And I'm certainly curious how people look back on it.
Some people reading this might hold a negative view of GamerGate. Do you have anything you want to say to these people?
Is there something you love? And has it ever been attacked by people who know nothing about it? And have you ever been judged for loving something, a hobby, a series, anything, a type of food, even? Then you know what it's like to be GamerGate.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Hi, I'm Tachyon Blue. Thank you for watching another one of my GamerGate book video segments. Altogether, I've interviewed over 70 people involved with GamerGate, and I'm going to be launching a Kickstarter campaign in the coming weeks. So please, I need your support to help make this project a reality. I'm turning these 70 plus interviews into a multi-volume series of books, the first volume of which is already completed. And so I'd like you to please stay tuned for more information about the Kickstarter. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment. More updates will be coming in the near future. Thank you, and take care.